Hey guys, welcome. Today we're going to be building a vertical potato garden. So the potato field is essentially full, but we have potatoes that are left to seed. So we're going to use them, and I had wanted to try this anyway, and now we're in luck. We have too many potatoes. I want to try something called a vertical potato garden or a vertical potato planter. And I'm going to show you how I do it. And it's totally an experiment for us. We have no idea how it's going to turn out, but I think it will be cool to give it a shot. If it does work, it's a really good space saver. That doesn't mean we're going to necessarily take away the field, but it's just good to get those juices flowing as far as creativity in space in the garden. Welcome to the junkyard of the Long Hill Homestead. We have some scrap material here that at the moment doesn't look so pretty. But I've got something really good for this potato planter. And that's this. This is some old fencing from, I don't even remember. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut it to the right shape that I need, and we'll get started building it. It's going to be standing vertically like this. And I'm gonna cut it in half because I need to be able to reach in from the top, and this is just way too tall to get down to the bottom. So I'm gonna make two that are gonna be a little bit shorter. We'll see how they go. Okay, I've cut them in half now, and they have these sort of pointy ends. On this side I might cut them off just so it's a little bit safer, but I'm utilizing them on the bottom side to shape it into this sort of circular shape that I want, and I'm pushing them into the ground like this. Now I'm using wire, just very thin wire, to tie the seam together along here. So it's really nothing complicated, just a little bit of wire, twisting it up and tucking it around. I just tied it together, and I also bent it to a good shape so that it is quite nice and circular. And now I'm going to press it into the ground. I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put one sort of where that one's lying in this dead patch. I want them far enough away from each other so that the plants that are where they're standing next to each other have room to breathe, have airflow in between them. But I think I'm going to finish setting this one up before I get started on the next one. Okay, I set up the two potato planters here. And the first thing that you start with is a layer of straw. Luckily we have extras. And this will go on the bottom to prevent weeds coming up. And it's basically going to be part of our layering system. We have not done this before, so I have no idea how it's going to turn out, and all of my knowledge of this is purely based on what I found on the internet. I've created a bit of a bird's nest inside of this cylinder, and I'm going to put soil now in the bottom. This will, I'm guessing, is to help insulate the potatoes. Now for a layer of soil in the middle. And I'm actually going to avoid using too much soil because our straw is also very fertile. This planter will be almond potatoes. So I'm just going to place them right at the edge. Around in a circle. The way these planters are designed is that you put the potatoes in the center, and they grow out, the plants themselves grow out the side and grow along the outside of the cage while the potatoes are growing in layers. And when it's time to harvest, you basically dismantle everything and pull out your harvest as you go. Now for some more soil on top. Now for some more straw. Thinking about this now, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if doing this in a purely straw manner. I feel like that would work as well. But hey, let's follow some instructions.
Was that pun intended?
What pun?
Hey, let's follow some instructions.
Hey. Now I'm just going to continue in those layers all the way up to the top. And then I think the top row will allow it to grow vertically like a normal plant would. We'll see how it goes. I'll show you the finished product. So here is tower number 1 with almond potatoes done. I think I put in about 40 potatoes in there, I would guess. And I mean, yeah, I guess that's a lot. But it did also take a full 50-liter bag of soil. So, for fun, for tower number 2, I'm just going to use straw. I mean, there's loads of people who plant in straw towers as well. Why not do an experiment and see how this one goes versus this one? And then I can save the rest of my soil for another project. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's 2 vertical potato planters done. This one is only straw. This one is straw and soil. We'll see which one does better if there is a noticeable difference. This one costs us next to nothing to do. Soil, this is from store-bought soil, so that of course costs us a little bit more. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. The only problem is we have a lot of potatoes left still, so we gotta get creative again and find another place to put more. Thanks for watching.
Try that again.